you guys? It's Audrey and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is really exciting. It is a review of the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette that came out in December. I believe it was like December 8th, 9th, something like that. So kind of new. I don't know if I'm going to say new product or not. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a demo of this look and swatches and just my overall thoughts on it. I've had this for maybe over a week now and I wanted to wait that long, not like a first impressions, because honestly I don't think that's a very helpful video, first impressions. I think if I used it a lot and told you guys what I thought about it, that would be helpful. And I have to say I've used this every day and I'm going to start out with some swatches ever since I've got it. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Everyone has shown. I'm not going to go too in depth. It's super cute. A lot of people think it's stupid and cheesy and little girlish and not cute, or a lot of people think it's super cute. I'm the person who thinks it's super cute. And then the inside, people complained about the mirror. I was showing my friend this and she was like, oh, I love the mirror, and I was like, literally that's one of the biggest complaints people get. It's a mirror, like you have other mirrors, like this is fine. And it just says chocolate bonbon, Too Faced up there, whatever. I'm not gonna go into depth with so this comes with 16 shadows and it was $49. And a disclaimer that I feel like a lot of people don't do, but I'm not bragging in any way, like I'm not just showing off my palette or something like that. I actually saved up for this for quite a little bit. It was $49 and honestly I feel like this is a super good price, I guess. I feel like Too Faced has good prices for their palettes. My Stardust palette that has 12 shadows, I believe, was $45, and $49 a naked palette is $54, and I think this is just as good, kind of, but I don't know, it's a pretty good price. So I'm gonna start out with this first shade called Almond Truffle, and it's kind of like a taupe. It's like a taupe, like this is taupe is what I'd describe that as. I don't know how I want to show you guys these. I'll do it right here. Okay, that's not swatching very well. I'm giving you really honest swatches, by the way, because I feel like some people just like dig their finger and you're like, that's not how I'm gonna be with my brush, but these are pretty honest. So here's Almond Truffle. It's coming off kind of brown on camera, but it's very taupe, kind of a pinky brown. So that is Almond Truffle is the first shade, and then Satin Sheets, which is my favorite shade in the palette, to be totally honest. I've used this every single day. Actually, I use it as my inner corner. I highlighted my cheeks and my nose, my cupid's bow with this, and did I already say, yeah, I used it on the center of my lid once. And then, so that is one of the longer shadows, Satin Sheets, and this has been in other palettes. It's a repeat. And then Sprinkles is a light pink. I've actually used this once, surprisingly, on Valentine's Day, but I don't see myself probably using this all too much. That's Sprinkles. And it's kind of like metallic, like I don't know. And then Molasses Chip is also a really pretty shade. I've used this a few times and it's on my lids today, and you'll see it in the demo. So here is Molasses Chip. Then the next shade, which is the last of this row, is called Malted, and for some reason I have a glitter in it, but it is a matte brown, and I used this today as well. And that didn't swatch very well. This one is a bit, looks kind of chalky, like that's not a very good swatch at all, but there's Malted. And then the second row, let me like make my hands cleaner. This is Cashew Chew, and this is satin, kind of, because it's not completely matte. It's got some kind of sheen to it, but it's like a pinky off-white, and you could use this as a brow bone highlight. I think it would be really pretty for that, but I have not actually used this one yet. It's right there. The next one is Cotton Candy, and it's a bright kind of metallic pink, which is right here. Once again, I don't know how I'd really use these pinks, but maybe they'll come in handy one day. So I'll show you where I am. This is Cotton Candy, and then this is Cafe Au Lait, and sorry, right here. really disappointing about this is I did use it quite a few times, 3 times actually, but as you can tell, I don't know if you can see that kind of film over it. I wet my brush, and I'm new to that, but I was like testing it. I'm not gonna wet it. I'm gonna see how well they work when they're wet. And it got weird, and the only end is working, so I'll try to swatch it where the shadow is still good. So right there. Oh, that was the wrong finger. So I'll swatch it right here. I promise this swatched better, and it's very pretty. But yeah, if I do it right here, not a whole lot comes off, which is kind of confusing to me. So if anyone knows, should I try to scrape that top layer off with a knife? Like, I feel like that would be bad, but like that's all I can really do. Then the next shade is Bordeaux, and here it is. Right here, it's kind of a reddish brown shade, and I've used this once. It's kind of like malted up here. It's got this kind of chalkiness to it. This is just like one little thing in the pan, by the way. So there is Bordeaux, kind of reddish burgundy brown. Then Mocha, which I used today. Really, really nice shade. I've used this a lot. And then the next one is Black Currant, which I have not used because it's not really a shade I wear, but it is very pretty. The Too Faced Stardust palette is a lot like this shade. A lot of the colors in the Stardust palette are not too impressive. They're very gritty. That's the word. They're very gritty with chunks of sparkle, like when you feel them and you can see it. Like very pigmented, but very gritty. Like if you could see this up close, like it's very weird. Like I should have swatched that. You see all that stuff falling off, like very, very gritty and weird. And I feel like you'd get a lot of fallout with this, and I don't see myself using this shade a whole lot, but it's pretty, I guess. It has like, let's see, it's a straight up purple, even though it seems like it has some black in it, but it's just a straight up sparkly purple with lighter purple sparkles in it. And then the next shade is Dark Truffle. It's another dark brown, and this one I think is a matte. It somehow has some kind of sheen to it right now, or maybe it is matte. Okay, and then the next shade is Pecan Praline, and this is like a gray. I will show you it in the pan. It is right there. Sorry, not totally fetch, but where is it? Oh, it's right here. It's like a gray, so I'm really not sure how this shade will look on a lot of people. I have not used this one yet. Then the next shade is Totally Fetch, which is another repeat from their other palettes, and it's just kind of a, well, it's a bright pink, that's literally what it is. But people, I did something on You Now talking about this, and they're like, is that pink actually pigmented? And it's pretty pigmented. It's a little like malted, and what was the other shade? In Bordeaux, like all of the matte shades have this kind of weird dry texture to them. They're pretty nice, but for some reason that feels kind of similar to them. And the next shade is Earl Grey, and this is a lot like Black Currant, except a lot more soft. It's right here. Yeah, it's softer. It's not as gritty as Black Currant. It's just a gray, kind of teal blue. It's coming off very black on camera, but then the last shade I used and talked about in, sorry, I have like sparkles all over my hands. I talked about in the demo, and I'm obsessed with this color as a brow bone highlight. It's super, super great. Yeah, it's right there. It's not completely matte. It's definitely a satin. The back of this palette says, includes 16 matte and shimmer shades and delicious pops of color, sugary brights, beautiful go-to neutrals, and the best-selling One Swipe formula. And I feel like that's pretty true, actually, One Swipe formula. They're very pigmented. A lot of them, most of them, are very soft, very pigmented, and really, really nice. I could totally travel with this palette. This is kind of now moving into my overall thoughts of the palette, by the way, but I would definitely travel with this palette because it has all your go-to neutrals. You can make a night look, a neutral look like I just said. Use this as a highlight shade, like you wouldn't have to bring a highlighter because it is so pretty. It's the second shade up there. And like I said, it's on my cheeks and it's so pretty. But I really, really love this palette. It has like a matte white. Someone said I wouldn't travel with this palette because it doesn't have a matte white, but it's just a very, I don't know. It's not a complete matte, but I think it's really, really good. For $49, I'm really, really happy with this purchase. It does smell like chocolate, I don't think I said that yet, but it does. At first, like, no one will relate to me with this, but I've had, like, my sister and my friend and my mom, guys, and I think about this with my ColourPop Lippy in Lumiere, like, or all the other ones, they smell like, just please comment, like, please let me know I'm not alone on this, but it smells like a Halloween mask. Like, it has, like, when you put on a Halloween mask from when you were younger and you, like, I don't know, like, it smells like Party City, or, like, guys, it's weird, but you get used to it and it smells more like I just dug my whole face into that. But, like, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I just, like, I wake up and I just smell this, like it's really, really good. This actually makes me want to get the other ones. I don't think I'd get the first one because I'm not, like, this is bold for me to wear this kind of dark eye. I'm very light and very, very neutral look is what I go for, and this might be neutral for some people, but I think this semi-sweet one is more of another cool tone but still neutral palette. So I think I kind of want to get the other ones because I really, really like this one. But yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, yeah, but that I was like, what is this? And I watched a lot of reviews. If you look up chocolate bonbons, you see I watched all of the videos, all the reviews, all the swatches. And so I hope this helps you guys out a little bit to know. But I was so on the fence about this, but then after I got some ColourPop stuff and I, like, re-saved up, because everyone kept putting this in their favorites, and, like, everyone loved this palette, and I agree with them so much because it's really, really nice. Yeah, and it just makes you happy to look at. Like, it's really, really good. I would totally recommend this out of, it's not like I have a bunch of palettes, but I would recommend this a lot. So those were the overall thoughts on my palette. I would recommend this. I think it's super great. Only, like, Blackcurrant is, like, a little gritty, but I think all these shades are super pretty. And you can use them all throughout the year, honestly, in my opinion. But I think it's better for more of a medium pale skin tone. I don't know how awesome these would look on some darker skin tones because it's a cool tone palette, but I know the other ones, like the first one, is a lot darker than this. So yeah, this is more of a cool tone neutral palette. But those were my overall thoughts, like I just said, and yeah, I hope this helped in some way, and let's just get right into the demo. Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. I have used this, like I said, a few times, but nothing too bold, but I really did want to show you guys what you can do with it. So I think I'm just going to play around with it on camera with you guys. I don't really know what I want to do, but we'll see. I think I'm going to take my Morphe M504, this big blending brush, and just take the shade Almond Truffle and kind of have that as my transition. I have sort of a primer on my eyes. My eyes are very dry today, so just I put the concealer and powder because I didn't feel like also putting on an eyeshadow primer. But that also works. Just in case you guys don't have that, you could just put concealer and powder that, you know, so it's easy to blend in the shadow. But my eyelids are so dry today. These are really, really nice shadows, as I probably said in the review. I haven't filmed that yet, so this is to future Audrey, but they are really, really nice. I love them, and they smell so good. So I think that's all I'm really gonna start out with. Let me get this brush now. I should have cleaned my brushes before I did this, but a few of them are just a little dirty. I think I'm going to take just a bit of a darker shade, and just define the crease out a little bit more. This is Mocha. And just putting that more into the crease, not just the outer corner. Like so, with a Morphe M433. Just taking that again. Now that we have the crease in kind of transition color in, I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Flat shader brush, just like this. I'm going to be taking the shade Divinity, and I love this so much for brow bone highlight. Like, this is actually my favorite thing ever. Yeah, it's a perfect brow bone highlight if you kind of like a matte, but you still want it to be a little shimmery, because I used to do shimmer, kind of a shimmery brow bone highlight, but I don't anymore, and this is just like perfect for that, so I really, really love that. As a brow bone highlight, I think Cashew Chew would also be a really nice brow bone highlight. Now I think I'm going to be taking, who else does this? Like, I swatch while I'm doing, because I don't know what I want to use. So this is Bordeaux, and this is Malted, and I'm not sure. I think I want to go with Malted. Like, I think I want to do more neutral. Bordeaux is a more red kind of brown, red toned brown. So I'm just going to be taking Malted on that same brush, and okay, I picked a lot of product up. These are very pigmented. So I'm just going to put that on the outer corner. Right there. Like, I put way too much on this eye. Yikes. They're very blendable with it. It doesn't all blend away. So I literally just used my finger, but I don't want this to be too dramatic. But I just put Bordeaux on the outer corner, and then we're going to blend it because I know this does not look too great. But I do want just a bit more on this eye. We're just kind of emphasizing the lid of the eye so we can put a very pretty shimmery color right there. So just blending that all so it's not too harsh. Blend it into the crease, but mostly keep it in the outer corner. Take the shade Molasses Chip and put that all over my lid. So I'm taking, I have two e.l.f. flat shader brushes. So I'm taking my clean one and putting this, and just that big center part that we left, just putting that all over. I love this color so much. I did my mom's makeup for Valentine's Day and I used this, and I thought it was really, really good. It was the first time I used it. Off camera, I was just kind of blending, but I just kind of took the blending brush in this color that we kind of smudged out there. I just kind of blended in a circular motion up to the outer corner, up to the brow bone, not all the way up to the crease, but kind of like this, and I really like how diffused it looks. This shade Satin Sheets, and just place that in my inner corner. I believe I would probably say this, and when I was saying that earlier, but I use this as my highlight on my cheeks, and I have been every day since I've gotten this. I love it so much. It's my favorite shade in the palette. I'm actually use this all over the lid on my sister, and it was really, really nice. And then I'm also going to take it down with a small brush and just apply it directly under the brow bone. So I know we already have the matte white, but I just like to put a little bit of shimmer directly under the brow bone. Right, so this is with mascara on. I also, while I was putting mascara on, I noticed how I had Malted in the outer corner. You could use that as kind of an eyeliner if you didn't want to go full out harsh black. I think that would look awesome, but like I said, I'm doing a little more of a neutral-ish look. Just applied ColourPop Liquid Lipstick Ultra Matte Liquid Lip in Solo. So this is what it looks like. I actually put on another one I Lumiere from ColourPop. It looks very purple on me though, so I just thought I'd go with something more pinky and neutral. So I really like this. I think a lot of different lips look really good with this though, so you can just pick whatever you want. I just really like this one. But that was all for this tutorial today. I really, really like how it turned out. It's very neutral, but you could wear it out. You could do whatever you want. I think it's really, really versatile, and I really like it, and it was really easy actually. I think you can do a lot with this palette. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope this helped in some way trying to figure out if you want to get this palette. I would recommend it, like I've said a million times. I feel like very versatile, so pretty, and it smells like chocolate, so I mean that's a plus. I would go to like Sephora if you want to see this, like, and just like it's so amazing. I watched like all the videos on it and none of the videos do it justice. Like, to see them, like, so amazing though. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already to my channel, make sure to subscribe right down below and give this video a big thumbs up so we can all be pals. We're super close to 300, and I think I've said this in my YouNows. I don't think I've said it on YouTube, But by my birthday, which is July 10th, I would love to have 1K. So that's my goal. I mean, of course, my goal right now is to get to 300, but I think we can do it, guys. I think we can do it. So yeah, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.